Hey, hey guys, I'm about to get to work. Got me a box of fish here, some garden lime, and some garden soil. So what I'm about to do is, I think I'm about to do a Roma tomato. The rest of them died. I only have one left. I don't know what it did. It's mad at me. And I have one yellow pear tomato plant left. So what I'm going to do is plant a hole in this raised garden bed behind me, and I'm going to plant those two plants in here. Well, not the yellow plum, not the yellow pear, but I'm going to do the Roma tomatoes because they are semi-determinate, and I don't have to worry about them getting too large for this space without a big, huge trellis. So hold tight. So we decided to plant, we're going to try to put 24 of these broccoli calabrese plants in here. So Mr. Wright is just moving the soil back because, well, not because these seedlings have to be planted this deep, but I'm about to put some fish in here, and I'm going to cover it up with garden lime so that the animals won't dig it up. But I think that's far enough right there. Sure. So I think we got as much of it back as we need to for right now. So what we're going to do next is put down some garden lime. So this is the garden lime that I'm going to put down. And even though this garden lime may have some minerals and some other things in it, I'm also doing it to mask the smell of the decaying fish. Anytime you want to bury anything that's alive and you don't want it to have a smell or get dug up by anything, you can just use this garden lime. It's a neutralizer. So once again, this is the fish that Mr. Nate down at Captain White's gave us. It's a lot of it. I'm not going to cook it. I don't like this. So I'm just going to put it right down in here in my garden bed. Okay, so the fish is down. There it is. And I might, once I move the soil up there towards the back, I may put a couple more pieces up there. So this is it. And basically what I'm going to do is take this garden lime and bury it. This thing. And I'll be back. So Mr. Wright is still pulling the dirt back in our raised garden bed right here so that we can continue to bury these fish. Okay, so now we're just going to bury our fish in this raised bed. Just cover it over. And then it'll be full of nitrogen, minerals from the lime. And then hopefully we'll get some nice earthworms going through here. But to be honest with you, I am going to add a little synthetic fertilizer to get it started. Just a little. Okay, so now we're just going to add a little bit of garden soil to the top of this soil. Let's see. This one.
Look at me. They come dig this.
I'm also going to put down some of this tomato and vegetable fertilizer. This one has a low nitrogen rate, but it has more potassium and phosphorus. Okay. Just like this. Okay. So now I'm ready to plant. And I'm going to put in some of this, I'm going to eventually put in some of this eggplant and Roma tomatoes. So I'm going to save probably 3 square feet. So that's 1 square foot, 2 square foot, 3. Actually, that might be 4. But I'm just going to sit this right there to remind me, but I'm not going to plant them right now. So this is the broccoli. So I have this broccoli that I planted a few weeks ago. It's broccoli calabrese actually. So I'm going to plant this broccoli in this bed next to the tomatoes and eggplant. I'm going to use a square foot gardening method, but I'm going to give it a little more than 12 square feet. So because I have so many of these little broccoli sprouts, seedlings, I have to separate them. Let me see if I can show you how to do it. They should be nice. So we got our broccoli. It ended up being all broccoli and one all broccoli, one Roma tomato. So we got our broccoli all planted in, and one Roma tomato, just one. That's all I had anyway. And so I'm going to cover this up. Got a broccoli all planted up and one Roma tomato. So hopefully these things will get going before it gets too hot. And maybe I'll be able to use this bed for sweet potatoes. So now I'm just watering in the potatoes that we planted in this bed the other day. And getting it ready to put some peas in here. I'm going to string that up in a minute. And water in the tomato plant. That's a cherry tomato that's getting ready to go up the vine. We're going to plant some peas around this TP and potatoes right there beside it. I hate to turn the water on. So Mr. Wright is just stringing up our TP trellis, and we're getting it ready to soak our peas that we're going to let soak overnight. So we're going to do eight strings up this TP. So this is our TP. This is what it looks like, all strung up. So hopefully we'll have some peas growing up it very soon. I'm just giving our onions some water. They're growing fast and they're growing nicely also. You can see them. So now Mr. Walton and Mr. Wright are filling in our 5th green stalk. And we're not sure what we're going to put in here, but we're just filling it with peat moss and some soil to save some money. And a little bit of fertilizer. We're on our 4th tier now. Okay, I'm doing an experiment. I planted 2 thousandhead kale in this pot and 2 in that other pot over there. They're side by side. And in this pot, I planted those fish heads covered with lime. 2 big giant fish heads covered with lime. And then I have one more here that, well, honestly, I don't have anywhere to put it. So if somebody wants it, the first person. But I'm going to put it in this bag. If not, I'm not going to plant it with the fish. I'm just going to do it with regular high nitrogen fertilizer. I'm curious to see what happens, the dynamics of, the size of the pot being planted together, and then the feeding technique. And I'll let you know. Well, we'll see. We'll learn together. All right. So we had a busy day. We just transplanted our orange hat tomatoes in this small planter. My first time growing these, so they're only the plant itself is only supposed to be about 8 inches tall. That's why I didn't mind putting it in this Dollar Tree planter. Now tomorrow we have all these vine tomatoes to plant, and I guess when we go in the house, we'll try to figure out a plan to do it. So we're gonna leave these out. We're gonna leave our loofahs out. We're gonna leave out our Malabar spinach plants. These 3 are Malabar spinach that we're gonna be planting, and then we're gonna leave our sweet potatoes out. And they've already started to grow slips. We're also going to leave this pepper plant out, these marigold plants out, the basil plants out, and the peppermint plants out.